Short note, 2017 EC. Unit 1. Geological History and Topography of Ethiopia. 1.1 Geography. Meaning, scope and branches. Key terms. Geography, human, geography, physical geography, spatial. 1.1.1 Meaning of geography. The term, geography, first appeared in ancient Greek civilization. Ancient Greeks defined geography for the first time by combining two words of Greek origin, namely, geo and graphis. Right pointing arrow geo means earth. Right pointing arrow graphis means writing. Eratosthenes, a famous Greek philosopher, 276–194 BC, coined the term geography for the first time. Eratosthenes defined geography as the description of the earth. Eratosthenes' definition seems very general when we compare it to the scope of current geography. Different definitions have been given by different scholars of the 19th and 20th centuries. Eratosthenes 276–196 BC, geography is the description of the earth. Alexander von Humboldt 1769–1859, geography is a synthesizing disciplines to connect the general with the particular through measurement, mapping, and a regional emphasis. Concise Oxford Dictionary, 1964, geography is the science of the Earth's surfaces. Hartshorne, R. 1899–1992, geography is a branch of knowledge that is concerned with the provision of an accurate, orderly and rational description of distributions on the surface of the Earth. Yates, M. 1968, geography is a science that is concerned with the rational development and testing of theories that explain and predict the spatial distribution and locations of things and phenomena on the surface of the Earth. There is no single acceptable definition due to dynamic nature of the discipline and the changes in its scope and method of study. The following can be widely accepted definitions by most scholars. Geography is the scientific study of the Earth that describes and analyzes spatial and temporal variations of physical, biological and human phenomena, and their interrelationships and dynamism over the surface of the Earth. Grade 9 Geography Unit 1 Short Note, 2017 EC, 1.1.2 The scope of geography. Scope refers to the content, how broad or narrow, of the field of study of a given discipline. The scope of geography is very wide. This does not mean its scope is limitless. As the scope is dynamic, it often changes as discoveries and ideas enter the field. Geography studies a great many physical and human features of the world. Its focus includes their causes, effects, and interactions. Geography examines include features in the hydrosphere, atmosphere, lithosphere, biosphere and anthroposphere. They are known as geospheres. Geography also concerned with the economic, social, political and ecological problems. It is also concerned with modern technology, such as computers, global positioning system, GPS, and Geographic Information System (GIS) to analyze information and draw conclusion with accuracy. Hydrosphere. It includes all the bodies of water, i.e., oceans, rivers, lakes and others. Biosphere refers to all living organisms in and on the Earth's surface. Atmosphere. It includes all aspects of air composition surrounding our planet. Lithosphere. It is the solid layer of rocks that covers the entire surface of the planet. Anthroposphere. It is the part of the environment that is made or modified by humans. The major areas that geography focuses on are the Earth, its position in the universe and its movements. The different physical features that constitute the Earth's surface, the forces that cause them, their variations from place to place and their changes over time. The different relationships between human beings and their natural environment. Also, the interdependence and the impact that each has on the other. The conditions of the lower part of the atmosphere and the subsequent weather and climatic conditions, together with their spatial distribution and variation. The materials that make up the Earth and its diverse landforms, and the major economic activities of humans and the impacts on the environment. 1.1.3 Branches of Geography. The two main branches of geography are physical geography and human geography. A. Physical geography. It studies the distribution of the natural features of the world, such as climate, landforms, soil, vegetation, surface drainage systems, water resources and animals. It also considers the causes, effects and interactions of these natural features. Grade 9 Geography Unit 1 Short Note, 2017 EC, Physical Geography. Geomorphology, climatology, biogeography, oceanography, soil geography, phytogeography, zoogeography. Geomorphology. It is the study of landforms, their distribution, origin and the force that change them. Climatology. Studies factors that create the climate and examines the variation and distribution of climate. Biogeography. Generally speaking, it deals with the distribution of plants and animals. It has two subdivisions. I. Phytogeography. Deals with patterns of vegetation growth in relation to climate, soil and human activities. E. Zoogeography. Studies why certain animals live in one region and not in other. In addition, it investigates the migration of animals and the factors that affect their movements. Oceanography. Studies the location, causes and effects of ocean currents, waves and tides. It also investigates the ocean floor. Soil geography. Studies the distribution of various types of soils throughout the world. Soil's influence on the type and amount of crops produced in an area. How soils are affected by the agricultural activities practiced in an area. B. Human geography. Human geography studies the distribution and influence of human aspects of our world, including cultures, population settlement, economic activities and political systems. This branch of geography is subdivided into the following specialized fields of study: human geography, historical geography, political geography, economic geography, population geography, cultural geography. It examines the distribution and interactions of cultures, including people's beliefs and customs. Population geography. It is concerned with population distribution and factors affecting it. It also deals with birth and death rates, population structure, population movements, household size, and etc. Grade 9 Geography Unit 1 Short Note, 2017 EC. Economic geography. It studies production, consumption, exchange, the spatial distribution of goods, services, and factors affecting them. Political geography. It deals with the distribution of political systems and the ways people use them to exercise power and make decisions. It also studies topics such as changes in political boundaries, problems of political instability, and patterns of voting. Urban geography. It studies the development and characteristics of towns, cities, and other urban centers. Historical geography. It is the study of the geography of the past and how places, regions, and patterns of human activity have changed over time. 1.2 Location, size and shape of Ethiopia. Key terms: absolute location, strategic location, compact shape, relative location, elongated shape, vicinal location, latitude, longitude. 1.2.1 Location of Ethiopia. A location is a place where a particular point or object exists. It expressed in two ways: relative location and absolute location. A. Relative location of Ethiopia. Relative location refers to the position of a place in relation to the location of other geographic features. Relative location can be expressed in the following two ways, namely, vicinal location and geological location. Vicinal location shows the location of a country in relation to neighboring countries. The strategic location known as natural location describes a country's location in reference to water bodies and landmasses. Vicinal location of Ethiopia. Ethiopia is a landlocked country that is surrounded by 6 neighboring countries. The total length of Ethiopia's boundary line is 5,260 kilometers. Ethiopia shares the longest length of boundary line with Somalia. The Republic of Djibouti shares the smallest boundary line length. And bordering countries' shared boundary Ethiopia is found. Grade 9 Geography Unit 1 Short Note, 2017 EC, length in km. 1 Djibouti 310 west of Djibouti, 2 Eritrea 840 south of Eritrea, 3 Kenya 760 north of Kenya, 4 Somalia 1600 west and northwest of Somalia, 5 Sudan 744 east and southeast of Sudan, 6 South Sudan 1006 northeast of South Sudan. Toda. L. 5,260. Strategic location of Ethiopia. Strategic location is also called natural or global location. Ethiopia's strategical location can be described in the following ways. It is found in northeastern Horn, Africa, to the southwest of the Asian continent, in the Nile Basin, to the south of Europe. Grade 9 Geography Unit 1 Short Note, 2017 EC. To the northwest of the Indian Ocean, to the southwest of the Red Sea, and to the south of the Mediterranean Sea. B. Absolute or astronomical location of Ethiopia. Absolute location is expressed as a geographical extent, in terms of latitudes and longitudes. The absolute location of Ethiopia is expressed as follows. Ethiopia is located between 30 and 15 ON latitudes and 33 OE 48 OE longitudes, the four extreme points of Ethiopia. In the north, the northern tip of Tigray. In the south, Moyle, Barena. In the west, Akobo, Gambela, and in the east, the tip of Ogaden, Ogaden. 1.2.2 Size of Ethiopia. Ethiopia is the 10th largest country in Africa, with a total area of 1,106,000 square kilometers. It contains about 0.7% of the world's land area and about 3.6% of Africa's landmass. Ethiopia is the largest country in the Horn. Ethiopia is the second largest country next to Sudan from neighboring countries. Advantages. Ethiopia's large size lets it enjoy diverse agroecological zones, resulting in a wide variety of fauna and flora. Possess a large amount of arable land. Have a great variety of mineral resources, and be the home of diverse ethnic groups. Disadvantages. Its large size forces Ethiopia to require expensive administrative expenditure. Have a large army to protect its sovereignty. Require great financial power to construct infrastructural facilities, and face challenges for effective administration and socio-economic integration. 1.2.3 Shape of Ethiopia. Some countries have nearly circular, compact shapes, elongated, linear shapes, and truncated, shortened shapes. Ethiopia has more or less compact, circular shape. Ethiopia's shape is considered to be compact or essentially circular because the extreme north-south and east-west spans of the country cover comparable distances. Grade 9 Geography Unit 1 Short Note, 2017 EC. There are three theoretical indicators of the compactness of an area. The boundary circumference ratio, BC. The area boundary ratio, AB, and the actual area of the inscribing circle, AA. 1.3 Geological history of Ethiopia. Key terms. Endogenic force, epeirogenic, epoch era, exogenic force, geology, orogenic period, regression, relief, transgression. 1.3.1 The geological processes in Ethiopia. To describe the geology and history of life on Earth, scientists have developed the geological time scale. The geological time scale measures time on a scale involving four major geological eras. Each era is divided into periods, the periods into epochs, epochs into years and years into major occurrences. Each geological era is distinguished from the others based the relative positions of the continents, the character of the prevailing climate, and the predominant life form, plants and animals. The Precambrian era, from 4.5 billion to 600 million years ago. It is the oldest and longest geological era, covering about 5/6 of the Earth's geological time. The following geological events occurred in the Horn during this era. Frequent orogenic movements, mountain building process by volcanic eruptions. Intensive volcanic activities. Denudation during the later periods, reduction or wearing down of the mountains, and formation of folded mountain. The first forms of life, one-celled, emerged, such as amoeba, and jellyfish, and the oldest rock formed, the old crystalline basement complex rock. This rock is found beneath all other rocks. Today, in a few areas of Ethiopia, outcrops of old crystalline basement complex rocks are found on the surface, due to continuous denudation. In central and northern Tigray. Grade 9 Geography Unit 1 Short Note, 2017 EC. In Metekel, Asosa, Ilubabur and the Abe Gorge. In central Sidama, southern Omo, southern Bale and Barena, and in central, western and northern Eritrea. 2. The Paleozoic era, from 600 million years to 250 million years ago. In Ethiopia, the major geomorphic process was denudation and peneplanation. No significant structural formation took place. The formation of Inselbergs, residual features, in some parts of Ethiopia. The Paleozoic era is known for the predominance of invertebrates. 3. The Mesozoic era, from 250 million years to 70 million years ago. Slow sinking and uplifting of the landmass, eperogenesis, of the Horn of Africa. It was an era of sedimentary rock formation in Ethiopia. The Mesozoic era has three distinct periods geological time scale. Triassic 250,180 millions, Jurassic 180,135 millions, Cretaceous 135-70 millions. Triassic period. The landmass sank due to internal forces. Transgression of a nearby sea into the mainland of today's Somalia and southeastern Ethiopia. The oldest sedimentary rock known as Adigrat sandstone was formed. The Adigrat sandstone is the oldest in the southeast and progressively decreases in age to the northwest. Jurassic period. The transgression of the sea continued into the mainland in the northwest direction. This event deposited another sedimentary rock known as Hintalo limestone. The Hintalo limestone in the northwest is younger while it is older in the southeast. Cretaceous period. The landmass began to rise and the sea started to regress towards the southeast, depositing sedimentary rock known as upper sandstone. Upper sandstone is the youngest sedimentary rock and therefore overlays the rest. Upper sandstone is the youngest in the southeast, and it is the oldest in the Northwest. The sedimentary rocks formed in the Mesozoic era were later buried by overlying Cenozoic igneous rocks. Sedimentary rocks exposed at the surface mostly in the southeastern lowlands of Ethiopia. Grade 9 Geography Unit 1 Short Note, 2017 EC. Central Tigray. In the Abe and Wabashabel Gorges. The Mesozoic is also known for the predominance of reptiles. Dinosaurs were dominant. At the end of this era, two other significant biological events occurred. The disappearance of the dinosaurs, and the emergence of mammals, birds and flowering plants. IV. The Cenozoic era, from 70 million years to the recent time. It is the most recent geological era. Significant structural, climatic and biological events have occurred in Ethiopia. The development of very recent landforms in the Horn of Africa and in Ethiopia particular. The Cenozoic era is divided into two periods, namely, Tertiary and Quaternary. A. Geologic events of the Tertiary period, 70 million to million years ago. Uplifting reached its maximum height. In Ethiopia and the Horn it formed huge blocks of dome over the greater part of the region. The pouring out of extensive basaltic lava, known as the Trapping Lava Series. The lava resulted in the formation of the Northwestern Highlands, the Southeastern Highlands, and the Somali Plateaus. Formed the Great East African Rift Valley System. Cracking and faulting. The Great East African Rift System extends from Palestine, Jordan in the north to Malawi, Mozambique in the south. About 7,200 kms. B. Geologic events of the Quaternary period, 2 million recent years. Known for its recent volcanic activities. Modern man evolved. In the Quaternary period, the structures which were formed in Ethiopia and the Horn are the Afar Horst that extends into Djibouti, the active volcano of Ertal in Afar, the dormant volcanic mountain of Fental in eastern Oromia, the extensive lava field and sheets of Metahara, thermal springs and fumaroles of the Rift Valley, and the pluvial rainfall in Africa. 1.3.2 Landforms of Ethiopia. The landforms of Ethiopia are largely the result of the Cenozoic era's tectonic and volcanic activities. Grade 9 Geography Unit 1 Short Note, 2017 EC. Characterized by great diversity of highlands, plateaus, ambis, and rugged mountains, deep river gorges and lowlands. The lowest altitude 116 meters below mean sea level at the Dalol Depression, Kobar Sink. The highest altitude 4,620 meters above mean sea level A.M. S.L. at Ras Dashen in the Semine. 1,000 meters is chosen as a demarcating contour line between highlands and lowlands. 56% of Ethiopia's land is highland. Roof of Eastern Africa. Elevated surface of Ethiopia is bisected diagonally by the Rift Valley. Landforms are the results of two opposite forces. The endogenic force that originates from inside the Earth. For example, volcanic activity and tectonic forces, and the exogenic force that originates at the surface, denudation and peneplatation. The relief of Ethiopia can be divided into three main physiographic divisions: A. The Western Highlands and associated lowlands. B. The Southeastern Highlands and associated lowlands. C. The Rift Valley. I. The Western Highlands